Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, May 16th. It's 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up the room real quick, and we'll get started with our session for this morning. A couple more things here. All right, looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Hey guys, morning, everybody. Looks like people are still making their wins. I'll go ahead and let people join before we get started. See if there's anything I'm missing here. Hey, Kenny, morning. If there's any issue with the connections, guys, just let me know, because I know there's been issues with Zoom, but if everything looks fine, then great. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Patricia. Morning, everybody. 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. Morning, Lisa. I'm going to go ahead and try to set everything up real quick. Let me get up the areas of liquidity. Looks like we might have a bearish market again today. Let's see. All right, it's good for the most part. Hey, Miles, morning. Morning, Jez. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Lisa. Morning, everybody. All right, so it's 6:24 right now. We got about 6 minutes to market open. Everything pretty much marked up here on the clean chart. Let me move over to the markup. We should be good. All right. Hey, Annie. Morning. Morning, Randy. Morning, Christian. Morning, Maria. Morning, Andreas. Morning, everybody. All right, so we got a few more minutes here. Let me just finish setting this up real quick. Christian said he can't see the video. Is it working for anybody else, or is it just Christian? I know there's some connectivity issues today, so it might just be the Zoom. It took me a while to get on here. Okay, looks like everything is good. It might just be Christian. Hey, sir, in morning. All right, glad we were able to get that working. I think other than that, we're pretty much good for the most part. Let's see. Nice. Lisa's working in Australia. Morning, Chris. Morning, Matt. 19 said Owanda shows no buy signal compared to currency. Yeah, that's why we don't use Owanda. 19, we use currency. Currency is most accurate data from my knowledge. Let's see, 626 right now. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start analyzing the market real quick. Market's gonna open in about 4 minutes. So looking over here, let's take a look at the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 68% long, indicating that 68% of retail traders are buying right now. So we definitely want to sell with regard to retail sentiment. Looking over at the fundamentals right now, it's currently down 39 points. So it is lining up with our analysis for a sell. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens, but for the most part, looks like we're definitely looking for sell. Those aren't very strong, but they are bearish. However, the retail sentiment is very strong. So we definitely want to, follow in that direction. Hey, Craig, morning. Morning, David. Morning, 17. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So looks like we're looking for sells today. Market's going to open in about 27, or sorry, in 3 minutes at 6:27 right now. Let me check the news real quick to make sure there's nothing that's going on today. Let's see, Monday, May 16th. We had news at 5:30, 5:30, 5:15, and that's about it. So let me just mark that up on the chart. So we had news at 5:30, which is right there. Color that pink. And then I think 5:55, right? Yeah. 5:30 and 5:55, which is right over here. It's right next to each other. All right, let me mark this up over here as well. 5:30. And 5:55. Let me fix that one over here. See, 5:30, which is right here. 5:55, which is right here. All right, solid. So we got the news price marked up. Looks like we're pretty much good to go. Hey, morning, Professor. Morning, Kurt. Hey, Matsy. All right, cool. Yeah, Matsy said first supply, anticipate, and then demand. Yeah, I could see that too on open. So market's gonna open in about 2 minutes, guys. Just a heads up, we're gonna be having our mentoring session on Wednesday. I'll be traveling back home today. I'm currently in Las Vegas right now, so I'm trading in my hotel room. We will be having our mentoring session on Wednesday to accommodate for our member Kurt here, who requested to have our mentoring session on that day. So we're not going to be having it today, but we'll be having it on Wednesday, just FYI. All right, guys, market's going to open in about 30 seconds. So we currently have a bullish signal right here. So looking at the breakout, we either need a strong bullish candle or we're going to need a sell signal with a strong bearish candle. So we'll see how this plays out on open. And then we'll determine if we decide to take it or not. Yeah, no problem, Kurt. I want to accommodate for everybody. All right, guys. So market is going to open in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The market is now open. If we get a bullish signal here, I'm probably not going to take it because the bias is for a sell. I'll mark it up for you guys, but I probably won't be taking it if it's a buy. Right now, we do have a buy signal. So we're looking for a strong bullish candle to classify this as a breakout. One thing you want to keep in mind is if this candle is too big, you might want to be careful because it will fall under one of the red flags here. Candle's too large. So as you guys can see, huge wick right here on the top side of this candle. Obviously some manipulation going on. Well, we'll see what happens when this candle here closes. If we do get a sell signal with a strong red candle, then I will probably be taking that for the breakout. We don't have any sessions down here anywhere nearby to get in the way. So I think we should be fine with that. All right, so no strong green candle there. No opportunity for the breakout. Basically looking for either a strong red candle, or I mean a strong green candle, or a strong red candle with a sell signal. If we don't have the sell signal, we can't take the sell, but if we do get it, then yes, we can possibly take it. Lisa and B said that MFF is frozen on MFF. Damn, it's crazy. It's working on FCMO perfectly fine. So it's just looks like an MFF thing. Looks like this week there might be issues with connectivity again, like it was last week. Unfortunately, I'm hoping it doesn't continue, but we'll see. All right, there is definitely connectivity issues right now, guys. You guys might want to be careful again. I'm looking over here at currency.com. It's not aligned right now. Actually, MT4 is, I mean, my FTMO is now frozen too. Yeah, my MT4 is, I mean, FTMO is, fuck, it's frozen. Yeah, no, there's connectivity issues all around, guys. I thought it was my hotel internet, but it looks like, yeah, my FTMO is completely frozen right now. TradingView is still moving, but the FTMO is completely frozen. So I wouldn't take any trades right now, guys. Because if you do, you don't want to get caught in a trade. Like say, for example, you take a trade and then you can't exit it because it's frozen. Let me check my phone. I think, well, pretty sure it's frozen on there too. Damn, man, that's crazy. How did it? These issues have been going on for so long. Let me see. Yeah, it's frozen on mine. Chart it. Yeah, it's weird because if you look at the quotes are moving, but the chart's not. It's not moving at all. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone take any trades, guys. Yeah, Patricia said quotes on. Let me check what it looks like on that. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't risk it, guys. Patricia said the spread on US30 is 1,220. It's pretty big. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, guys, don't trade at all right now. Just hold tight. Brian's spread on his FTMO spread is 1,220. That's like automatic loss. There's no liquidity because the market's not moving. Uh, yeah, it looks like FTMO and MFF is frozen. Um, so I would just sit tight, guys. Looks like this might have been the breakout too if it closed, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, Rick said this breakout's fucked anyways. Yeah, no, I agree. There's no breakout anyways, guys. So even if we were able to take a trade, there's no breakout that came up. It's now 6:35, so it's past the time for a breakout. We'll keep looking for other trades here if anything starts moving, but for the most part, our FTMOs are all frozen and MFF, so we wouldn't be able to take the trade even if we wanted to. Yeah, man, crazy stuff in the market this past month, I feel like, or these past couple 2 weeks. Um, okay, FTMO is moving again, guys. It's kind of slow, but it is moving. If anyone can check the spread to let us know how wide is it. I can't see it on mine because on my laptop the screen's too small, so it's not coming up. Make sure the spread's not too crazy. Oh, it's at 0 now. Weird. So 0 spread for US30. Thanks guys for confirming that. Um, but yeah, it's back to moving right now. Looks like this could be a possible triple confluence. It closes, possible triple confluence right here. Kind of a hectic trade, but looks like it might close. All right, it spreads at like 190. So if anyone's looking to take this, just be a little careful because it looks like the well, I mean, it looks like it's moving, but it's moving kind of crazy. So no triple confluence off that, guys. Price did not close below this line right here, and it didn't close with the sell signal. So no triple confluence off that, unfortunately. I mean, it's still possible if it closes below here, or not. Oh, never mind. It's not going to close because it can't be established yet. So no triple confluence. I mean, possibly a high low, but there's no sell signal. So yeah, there's nothing for us to take. There was no triple confluence there. It would have been nice if it did close below. There wouldn't be a high low because you don't have a sell signal that's already active. It might be a pivot scalp if it does close, but currently right now there's nothing. Price is just ranging up and down right now. Yeah, at least it's a shake it up Biden. Yeah, I mean, obviously, as you guys can see, there's a lot of price manipulation right here. There's no clear direction. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, it's still currently 68% long. So we're definitely looking for sell still. Uh, Looking over here at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently, let me refresh this. They're down 35 points. Looking over here at the heat map, refresh this real quick. Looks like it's pretty red for the most part. It's pretty split, but for the most part, it is very red. So we're definitely looking for sells here. Just don't have anything yet. Price is still bouncing around. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason, my spread thing here isn't showing up. So yeah, if anyone can like just give us a little update on the spread if it's like too big or too small. I just like to let you guys know because on my laptop here, for some reason, I'm not able to show. Okay, cool. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, 19. Spread's only 110, so it's back to normal, or 220. Yeah, so it looks like spread is back to normal. So if we do see a trade, we can possibly take it, but we always want to make sure that we're keeping track of the connectivity issue, right? If the market freezes up again, you definitely don't want to be in a trade because you don't want to get caught in it. One thing I want to market is going to be opening price. So let's go over to 630. Yeah, what a messy market for a Monday. I mean, this isn't unusual to have a messy market for Monday, but there's just a lot of stuff going on, connectivity issue and all that. Let's see, 630. All right, so this might come back to open right here. It comes back down. And we'll see. It might not happen yet, but it might come up. Maybe bounce off one of these right here, news price, and then make its way back down. Yeah, Maddie said the past few Mondays were good, but I had a feeling today was going to be weird. Yeah, no, and I agree, Maddie. I agree with you. So the reason why I think price may come back down to open here is because our bias is for a sell, right? Looking over at retail sentiment, it's telling us to take sells because it shows that 68% of retail traders are on the long side. Also, fundamentals are currently red right now. Not very strong, but they are red. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down and retests the open from here. If we were to get a sell signal, then I would have been inclined to take it, but we don't really have anything to take right now. This would just be a speculative sell, and looks like price is going to get to it right there. Not one that I would take, but if there was something good there, I would have taken it. So it's just us trading the direction of the bias if we were. But currently right now, there's just nothing for us to take. And there you go. Price went all the way back to the opening price. So if you use this and you use it in conjunction with the bias, obviously you can see price came all the way back down, but there just wasn't any entry available. And it did exactly what we anticipated. Let me go over here to the 10-minute real quick, see if there's anything that are missing over here. Yeah, John's looking for a V3. Yeah, no, technically there'd be a V3 buy right there, but it's not one that I would take, John. The specific reason for that is because our bias is for a sell. So I personally wouldn't take a V3 buy, but yes, you're correct. There is a V3 buy that's currently active right there. If and when you wanted to take it, but I wouldn't take it myself personally. It's about 1,000 pips. There's a couple of reasons why I wouldn't take this, John. One reason is the fact that our bias is a sell. Second reason is that there's a ton of sessions right here. So I wouldn't have taken this trade if I saw it. I'll just turn that off. I don't want people to think that we're in a buy, but I was just confirming that for John there. Not to say that it's not going to hit TP, because it might hit TP and then come back down, but there's just too many red flags there. For one, candle's too big. Two, we're going against bias. And three, there's a lot of sessions right here. Let's see. Duggan said, fundamentally, after 2-week pay cycle, there's a huge dump of funds into the market. It can cause a distortion. That's what you're seeing in the markets at the moment. Yeah, that could be it. Nice. So Rick said, took a speculative sell over 1% and done for the day. Nice work, Craig. So it looks like Craig kind of took my analysis here when I mentioned that price was going to come back down. He took it, hit his CP, and this is why we look for the bias, right? Price is now starting to dump because we already knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of being patient. I'm not in this trade or anything right now. It's hitting liquidity. It's kind of what we were looking for earlier, guys. This would have been the triple confluence if it did play out, but it didn't. This candle's just too big. I wouldn't chase this, guys. It's probably gonna swing right back up. Nice, nice. Mace actually took it. She said we took that dump nicely. Yeah, because price might come down and test, this session. I mean, this liquidity down here, but this candle's so big that it might spike up and then come back down. So you want to be careful with any entries here. Yeah, Cliff said today's going to be a test of patience, separate traders from gamblers. And I agree 100%, Cliff. So I haven't taken any trades yet. I'm just being disciplined. There's just a lot of things going on that could affect the market, especially with this connectivity issue. Yeah, so I'm still looking for any possible entries, guys. We just need an actual entry, though. I'm not taking anything speculative right now because it's just too risky. I mean, these entries here could have been pretty nice, but it's all good. I'm not trying to gamble right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if price comes down to here, guys. The last area of liquidity. Not that I would chase it because price is way too overextended right here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does come down and hit this area. It's just way too overextended though. All right. Yep. Looks like it's gonna hit. I'm not gonna take it though. So if you guys have profits to send in, feel free to send them in. Best of luck to you guys because this thing is it's dropping pretty heavy, and I do think it's gonna hit, but I'm not gonna fumble into it. Smarty's just moving a little too crazy. Looks like some of you guys did send in your profits, so let's take a look real quick. So Craig over here sent in his profits. He locked in a nice total of 2016. He took those sells right there, or that sell, when I was mentioning that price was going to come down from here to here. And that's how Craig caught this nice move right there. So total profit of 2016 for Craig. Nice work, Craig. Add that in over here. And then we got Melzon over here. He took the sells as well, locking a total of 182. Nice work, Melzon. All right. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. Damn, the spread was crazy. So Mario here sent us the spread about 10 minutes ago. Spread went up to nearly 1,720 points. That's crazy. Just be careful, guys. Make sure to keep an eye on the spread just in case. Nice. A lot of guys here actually took a couple trades here. So D over here took the sell as well, locking a total of 754 for the day. Nice work, D. She said, made my goal, so I think I'm out for the day now. Market's a little crazy, definitely. JJ over here took the sell as well, locking a total of 1,273. Nice work, JJ. His second account over here locking a total of 1,334. So another nice profit right there, JJ. And Lisa over here currently up 1,610. So nice work, guys. A lot of you guys here locked in some solid profit. JJ said I'm on the Sean flow. I mean, Steven flow, right? Steven's killing it too. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. If you guys have more profits to send in, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, we'll keep looking for any possible entries. So looking over here, looks like a lot of you guys took my analysis. As I mentioned, price is probably going to come down and test this area. And it's exactly what happened. Price came down, tested it. Now, one of two things will probably happen at this point. Price will either push down, test the sessions right here, or it'll just bounce all the way back up from this point. So a couple different scenarios to look at right there. Not an area where I would want to trade because I don't trade around sessions. But and there you go. See, price is coming a bit down and test the sessions, and it did exactly that. Look where it bounced off, exactly off the sessions. So at this point, price will either do one of two things. Price will either continue dropping, or it'll bounce off here and swing right back up. One or the other. There's two different scenarios that will play out at this point. So we'll follow along and see. There's no actual entries for us to take. So this is just identifying where price kind of bounces off these sessions. Yeah, Matthew said, I see a small rejection from here and then tank again. Yeah, give hope for buyers. Exactly. That's why I'm anticipating as well. Hey, Kurt, I see you keep mentioning that there's 15 and 30-minute daily. There's no 15 and 30-minute daily strategy, Kurt. So the thing is you can identify those things, but they're not actual strategies that have been tested. So, you can look at that, for yourself, Kurt, but I don't think that's something that you should be mentioning in the group because it's not an actual entry. Like there's no strategy, there's no videos in the course where you can see a 15-minute, 30-minute strategy. Not that you can't use it, but you can't just be pulling strategies out of thin air and say, okay, there's a 15-minute entry, 30-minute entry, because you're just going to confuse people, Kurt. Because I think you're just thinking it's an entry or a strategy, but it's not. Um, just to give you a heads up, I know you're like super excited, Kurt, and you want to like apply everything that you see, but it's not something that you should. Like if you want to use it, you should go back and test it first. Yeah, B said not valid since it's an opening candle. Yeah, so B is correct right there. So um, I know you're trying to get all the strategies down, Kurt, but you got to like make sure that the strategies are actually met. So here, I'll go back and take a look at that just to confirm for you. So you said that was a 15-minute daily entry. Yeah, so this is on opening candle right here, Kurt. Like if you look at the daily strategy, like it's like the first requirement. So daily entry, right? Look for entry after New York NYSE open at 6:30. So you have to look for the candle after. This is on opening. So this is not an entry right here, Kurt. Also for the 30-minute, same thing right here. This is the opening candle. So the very first requirement's not even met. So even if you're trying to apply it here, it would not apply. So you're free to test whatever strategies you want, Kurt, but you just want to make sure that they actually apply that. Because the thing is, if you're calling out entries, people are going to think that there's an actual entry. So you're going to be confusing people in the group. So Kurt, just like, I know you're excited and you want to take every single trade you see, but just make sure that everything's met first. All right, so back over here at the 1 minute, everything here is pretty much playing out we anticipated. Price came down, tested the sessions right here. Now it's bouncing back up. What I'd probably expect from this point or be waiting for us, I'll probably be waiting for price to push up and then come back down. And we get an opportunity there. Yeah, so Matty said, looking again at 31,860. Now it's like way down there. Yeah, Kip said this retrace will hopefully give some green momentum signals so that we can start looking for K2 strategies, conflict to sell bias. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking for too, Kip. I'm looking for it to retrace up a little bit and then give us an entry back to the downside. Because it's going to have to retrace. This here dropped way too much. It would have to retrace up and then we'll catch it as it comes back down. So we got everything marked up right here. You guys can see price came down, tested the session, now pushed back up. What I'm looking for here now, clean up a little bit. What I'm looking for here now is for price to push up and then come back down. It's basically what I'm looking for. So there's nothing right now. Go back to the 10 over here. There's nothing here either. Let me check if there's any snipes possibly building up. No, it doesn't look like it. All right, so nothing off the 10. And nothing off the 1 right now. So we have some more profits over here. Nice work. So Kurt over here locked in 73. It's a couple of sells right there. Some pretty good profit. So nice work right there. Kurt. Yeah, no, definitely, Kurt. Did some good work right there off the your cells there. All right, so it looks like we might have a possible V3 here. It's kind of risky because it's a really big push, or never mind. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Let's go over to 10-minute. No snipe available yet, Matthew. There would need to be a rejection off the pivot and the structure. So this is rejecting off the structure, but not off the pivot. So no snipe off that just yet. I think this is going to be a bit of a risky V3, guys. I'm going to mark it up and I'm not going to take it. So I just give you guys FYI because this candle here it moves around too quickly. Again, right there. So at the last second, it moved right back up. I kind of anticipated that because I just did that earlier. So no V3 off that. You guys are following that. And of course, it would drop right after, right? The market today is just kind of, it's kind of like jumpy. They'll be like really close to closing, and all of a sudden just spike back up. Yeah, 19 cents, so annoying. Yeah, no, I agree. Because I was so close to take that V3 right there. That would have been a solid V3 if it did close. Yeah, exactly. 19 said that was supposed to be a V3. I was waiting for it too. So nothing here off the one. Nothing here off the 3. Nothing here off the 5. And nothing here off the 10. So it's just nothing for us to take at the moment. Looks like price is going into a range. Right here's price now goes sideways. Hey Brock, how's it going? All right. So back to our analysis here. There's really nothing for us to take at the moment. All right, nothing off the 1. Back to the 10. Nothing here either. We'll keep following in case we do get, a V3 or something, or not even a V3, maybe a snipe. I agree, Rami. Rami said, I hope you don't get a bloody sell signal. Yeah, it's pending right now. I was kind of hoping that it would swing back up, establish another high, and then we get a V3. So one thing that we could be looking for here, guys, is for this to continue to move sideways so that we can establish this as a low and then we can get a triple confluence. But we need to make sure that this sell signal doesn't close and this price point does not get touched. If it gets touched, then it's going to invalidate the low and it's no longer going to be used as a, as a triple confluence. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. That'd be good. That's one thing that we'd be looking for, another high. Because if we get another high, then we can set up for a V3. Or even a pivot scalp. So we got 1, 2, 3. We need a bit more. What we might get here is a pivot scalp though, so I'll keep that in mind. Although I do think it's gonna be a bit risky, this would technically maybe be a pivot scalp entry if it does close below here with the sell signal. I don't really like the way that the candles are moving though. So it looks like FTMO is lagging, guys, because my, all right, let's see if it closes. Yeah, it looks like it's lagging a bit. It's a lot of lag actually. Let's see if I can maybe. Oh, guys, so I was trying to I don't know what happened here. But I did make a profit. I was trying to when we were waiting for this V3 here, or not the V3 for the pivot scalp to close. I was trying to make some adjustments here on my MT4, and for some reason it took a sell. So I actually made a profit off that. I mean, obviously it's not going to count as a trade because I didn't call anything, but for some reason, man, this lag is weird. I think my MT4 platform is lagging too, but I did make profit off it. I'll send my profits in, but it's not going to count as any trade. I just wanted to tell you guys that for some reason, like when this was dropping right here, I was trying to move over my MT4, and I think, man, I don't know what's going on with my computer or if it's just lag on the screen because I was trying to get the spread earlier, and I think the button got stuck, so it ended up when I closed it, it just entered a sell on my DOM. Whatever. I mean, I'll take the profit, but I'll just show you guys. Yeah, it's like it looks like it's lagging for everybody. Remy said lagging for him. Swelly said lagging for him as well. I did make profit off a trade. I'll just show you guys the profits, but it's obviously not going to count as anything. Um, that was weird, but I'll take the profit. All right, let's see. I wonder if it copied to my other accounts as well. Should have. Yeah, it did. Okay. So not sure if it's lagging for you guys, but it is lagging on my end. And it's lagging for a few other people here too, seems like. Still looking for an entry here. There's nothing to take yet. All right, all done with this. Let me send it over to you guys now. All right, so here's a sell that I just accidentally caught. So here's my main account. You can see the green strip here because it hit my TP off the DOM. Made 1,070 off that. My copier here, 1,270. My MFF first account, 900. My second MFF account, 900 as well. And my third MFF account, 900 right here too. So pretty solid all around. I mean, it's not going to count as a trade, but I guess I caught something. I'm still looking for a sell here though. So when price comes back up, looking for any possible swing back to the downside. One thing that you want to be careful for is going to be the sessions right here though. So I want to make sure that you don't cut into that because price will probably bounce right off it. So we're looking for a high here. Basically want a high to establish. Once we have that high, possibly take it on the way back down. All right, price is pushing up slightly. Solid. Look at everyone's profits as well. Looks like some people here locked in some other profits too. So let's take a look at them. If you guys have more profit to send in, feel free. So let's see. Craig said today's profits. Previous post is misleading as it was not all today's profits. Gotcha. So yeah, these are Craig's profits from this morning only. He locked in a total of 1,452 for the day. Both wins today, taking sells. Nice work right there, Craig. So yeah, solid. Looks like you have a solid week so far. Still no entries available yet on the 1 minute. Nothing off the 10, nothing off the 5, and nothing off the 3. Yeah, no, definitely, Kurt. Kurt said IG sentiment is 69% long. So yes, we keep going for long so we can keep going for sells, definitely. That's exactly what we're doing. Sam's asking, does GBP news affect the US? Any type of like major currency will affect every other currency, Sam. So I mean, it just depends, right? Like what type of news. So I mean, if the value of the GBP goes down or it goes up, it's going to be directly correlated with the US. So if it affects the US, then it'll probably affect the stock market as well. I mean, it just really depends. Basically everything indirectly affects every other asset. There's always an up and down between so and so. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so Sam said their monetary policy report is at 7:15. That'll probably affect the US dollar, probably not the US30, not like right away. Maybe tomorrow or maybe later, it'll affect it slightly, but I don't think it'll happen to affect it like right then and there. Yeah, I'm looking for this V3 right here too, around me, but you know, the candle is no longer red. So unfortunately, no. Yeah, no problem, Sam. Looks like, and we'll see where this closes. But yeah, there is a pending V3 there that was building up and then it just candle turned green. So if this pushes up higher, there's not going to be a V3 because this will no longer be the high. But we'll see what happens after this closes. Nope, so no longer V3 there, Rami. It just established a new high. Let's see. Yep, it's waiting game, pretty much. Pretty much, it's like what Kip said. You know, it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for like these entries to pop up. Still nothing available yet, though. Here's the clean chart. So on here, I'm going to mark up certain things like 637, 7, 8. So as you guys can see right here, this is where market opened at 630. Price kind of fake out to the upside, came back down the direction of the bias. Price is now pushing back up. This is no surprise because price is probably going to push up, maybe test opening price, and then come right back down. All right. So it's kind of what I anticipate right here. I probably expect it to push up a bit, maybe test the opening, then come back down. So it's just a matter of being patient, guys, and just waiting for this to actually play out. Possible V3 right here, it looks like. But again, this candle might close kind of weird, so I'd probably hold off on it. It's too small. We need the stop loss to be at least 300 pips. Yeah, it wouldn't fit the requirements here for the V3, guys. Stop loss is too small. You need a minimum of 300 pips stop loss. So yeah, no V3 there. It doesn't even look like it's going to close. Yeah, definitely no V3. So if you guys can see here, there's a lot of manipulation right here. As you can see, price it gets really close to closing red and then just spikes right back up. It wouldn't matter because the stop loss is too tight. It wouldn't fit. So we've been getting these setups a lot today. All right, let's see where this goes now. Yeah, 19 said crazy manipulation, literally flashed out of red. It happened like right, like literally the last second, like millisecond. All right, so price is now testing opening where it's going to. See where it goes from here. Yeah, exactly. 19 said you want this push through, and that's exactly what I want to. The higher the push, the harder the correction. So it's fine if it pushes up higher. That's great. The higher it goes, the better, because if it does that, it's just luring in some more buyers. Because if you look at the sentiment right here, it's now currently 70% long. So as this number continues to grow, the bigger drop will come after. Yeah, 19 said, but still the waiting game is like pulling hair. It's like hair pulling. Yeah, no, I agree. It is because we're just waiting. It's really hard to be patient, especially during these type of conditions. So possible V3 here. But I do find it to be risky, guys, because it's right at opening price. So even though I do think it's going to come down, I don't think I'll take it. I'll watch it. If you guys do want to take it, just take it at your own risk. Understand that this is risky because it is one of the red flags here. So it is a V3 that, is possibly pending, but it is a red flag because it's right at opening price. So we'll see where it goes. This candle might be a bit big too. So there's a V3 right there currently running. Let's mark it up right here. So I'll probably watch it. What I'll do is maybe I'll enter it late, because I'll probably retrace up a little bit before coming back down. But it is a red flag because it's right near opening price. It's rejecting right off it. So let me see where it goes from here. Thinking if I maybe want to take it for a partial. A lot of volatility right here. Still not in it. Kind of bounce around a bit. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to enter it just yet. Maybe later. Think about taking for like maybe a partial if it drops lower, like maybe if it drops below the pivots, then maybe. It's right at the pivot, so like there's like areas right there where it keeps bouncing around. I don't really want to mess around with it. It's just a risky entry. Mainly the red flag, because it was like right at the opening price. Nice. Lisa said I took it earlier to align with an OB sell. Solid. Looks like Maddie caught it for like 100 pips too, so that's good. Yeah, I'm in no rush. So I'm gonna step away real quick, guys. I'm blowing my nose. Right back. All right, guys, I'm back. And yeah, looking at current prices is pretty much why I wouldn't have wanted to have taken that trade. As you guys can see, it did pull back a bit. Typically, whenever there's red flags there, it's usually a big sign not to take a trade. So kind of glad I didn't take it. Um, yeah, it's just the same pattern. Whenever like price gets near these things, any of these things here, sessions, opening price, news price, candle price is too big. This candle here was kind of big too. Um, Typically stuff like that happens. So we'll just wait now and see what happens next. Let's see. So see if price continues to drop, but it's kind of bouncing around this area. I'm looking at both. I'm just trying to see if it's lagging still. It is lagging a little bit, not a huge amount, but it is lagging. So it's a Kip said 10-minute snipe pending if it rejects a little more. Let me check real quick. Yeah, Kip is right. There is a snipe pending right here. This closes below. Yeah, it needs to close below this area right here. So it could be below the structure for the rejection. So that'd be good. And just gotta wait for it. Yeah, 19 said manipulation at its finest. Yeah, it's kind of no surprise though for a Monday. Typically Monday is like a high manipulation day. It's you get a lot of unusual price movements because market's opening from the weekend. Same with like Friday, people are closing out for the weekend, so prices move a little funky. Um, yeah, Maddie said I think it's gonna dump soon. Yeah, I could see that too. It's just a matter of time, like just being patient and waiting for it. Because the sentiment just continues to increase. So if it keeps increasing over here, well, it's at the same, it's like 68%. Let's take a look at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently still bearish. It's down 84 points, not more than 100 yet, but still it's below. Let's see this over here. Yeah, and the heat map here is pretty red as well. So it's just a matter of time. So again, guys, this is why I kind of advise you guys not to take the trade. You want to look for quality trades, right? So if any of this stuff here is met, probably don't want to take it. Like for example, right here, price is near opening price, which is right here. This is what I was telling you guys, probably don't take it. That's why I didn't take it either, because I try not to take anything too risky. So I'm just gonna wait. I mean, obviously you guys can see here, price may come back down. Still having trouble getting past the opening price right here. Same with the 10-minute over here. This didn't close below the structure right here, so there's no snipe that was available. So there's just nothing to take right now. The moment, there's just nothing for us to do. It's just a matter of just waiting for it to actually come down. So I'm gonna turn this off. Turn this off. And I'll keep the red flags up. So a couple of things that you guys always want to use will be confirming the overall bias, which will be that we've already confirmed it, it's bearish. The next thing that you want to confirm is just to not take any trades when it's like near these red flags. So we'll see where it goes from here. I mean, price might come up and retest the news price over here too. So price can always come back up here and then make its way back down. It's just going to be a matter of when. Pat is asking Sean, on the pending 10-minute snipe that passed, would you have waited for zone rejection to be below the bottom of the structure, or is it a valid entry if it rejects off the top of the structure? Yeah, it can reject off any part of the structure, Pat. It doesn't necessarily need to be like below it. So like if this candle right here, if this candle closed like below here, like this top part of the structure, it would have been perfectly fine. Trying to see if there's any other examples here. I don't think there's any examples here recently. Let's see. Yeah, there wasn't really much, or actually there was one right here. So Patrick, kind of same situation right here. Rejected off the structure. Like it doesn't have to be below it, but if it was like anywhere in between, it still would have qualify as an entry there for a snipe. So it doesn't necessarily have to be pushing outside the entire structure, just like any part of it, because it's just indicating that there's a rejection off that point. But yeah, other than that, there's just nothing for us to take right now at the moment. It's 6:23 right now. Not really too much. I don't think there's any other news today right now as well either. There's GBP news. There's news at 1 o'clock for USD, but that's like way later. So not really much right now. I don't know, Kenny, if you have any of your fake news going on, because I know the Fed was speaking earlier. I'm not sure if there's anything else causing price to really push up like that. The Fed was speaking this morning at 5:55. Not sure if there's anything else going on today. I'll check CNBC real quick. It doesn't look like it. I don't really see anything here really affecting the market, guys. I don't know if there's earnings coming out this week or anything like that. I don't really follow that stuff, so I'm not sure. There's another V3 here that came up, guys, but it's right at the sessions again. So I think the stop loss is too small. Yeah, stop loss would have to be at least 300 pips. So a couple things here again for the red flags. There was technically a V3 there, but it didn't fit the minimum stop loss requirement. Minimum stop loss of 300 pips. You can see the stop loss here would have been short of that, about 100 pips, be at like 200 pips. So that wouldn't fit that. Also, another red flag here would be the opening price. Same thing that we were looking at earlier. So red flags over here, price is near opening price. And you can see where price is bouncing off, right? It's bouncing directly off the opening price right there. Yeah, no, same here, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie said, lock in my profits, might go back to sleep or just listen to the live. And this is exactly why you wouldn't want to take a trade right there, guys. See that? It bounced directly off opening price, straight to stop loss. So hopefully you guys are listening and not taking trades. Like I'm trying to give you guys as much, of a heads up as possible. Why not to take the trades? These red flags are really important. Don't take any trades around any of these prices right here. So definitely, hopefully you guys are not entering anything, just waiting. Tiana said, if we have anything on the 5. Nothing that I can see, Tiana. We don't have a V3 coming anytime soon because this candle right here wouldn't fit it. Also, we wouldn't have a V3 because there's no pending sell signal. So like right here could technically be a V1, but we would need a pending sell. So for the V1 right here, we confirm the overall bias is a sell. We confirm the high right here. You can confirm that it's either a double body or a double wick. It is a double body right here if it closes like this. But the main thing is that we don't have a pending momentum in the direction of the trade. So this right here wouldn't satisfy because we need an actual pending sell signal. We have a sell signal that's here already. So there would be no pending one right there. So nothing off the 5. But if we did have a pending sell, then yeah, that would be a double body. So nothing off the 5, nothing off the 10, nothing off the 3, nothing off the 1. or I mean, again, right here, there's another V3. Again, risky because it's right at the opening price. But yeah, this would technically be a V3 entry. This is actually a V3 sell right here, Barack. There'd be no buy because there's no pending buy signal. There's a sell here because there's a pending sell, but there's no pending buy, so there'd be no V3 for a buy. Yeah, well, it already closed. It's already a V3 sell right here, Barack. But again, it's not one that I would take because it's right in your opening price. So pretty much all the V3s that came up, they've been red flags because it's like right at the opening price. So same analysis we've been doing pretty much for like the past 10 minutes or so. The price just keeps ending up staying around this area. So why wouldn't have taken this trade? Because one of the main red flags here is present. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, no problem, Barack. I know a lot of people are getting impatient. They want to take a trade, but there's a lot of reasons why not to right now. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially on a Monday. Definitely not the day to be taking anything too risky. Nice. Jamie took a sell earlier too. She locked in a total of 242. Nice work, Jamie. Harry over here as well. Took a sell over here, locked in a total of 1,395 for the day. Great work, Harry. Let me just turn this off here. I don't want you guys to think we're in this trade. I just want to make sure that you guys are identifying these as risky entries. Again, right there, if you would have taken that trade, you would hit your stop loss. So it's really important that you guys pay attention to these red flags here. So let's see, anything else over here? Yeah, no, definitely. Professor said I'm calling it. See you folks tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to just call it a day, guys. If you guys don't have anything that you guys are really looking for, or if you guys don't need to take anything today, then I would just call it a day too. It's 7:30, so we have about 30 minutes. If you guys have any questions, you guys can drop any questions in the chat and I can answer whatever you guys need help with. But right now, there's just no good entries. Again, right here, we're at news price. The thing with this is even if we get a V3, there's still gonna be a red flag there because it's near news price. So just keep that in mind, guys. So if we do get a V3 here, I'll mark it up again, but I'll show you guys that, it's probably gonna be another risky entry. Let's see if there's any other profits here. Oh, nice. So Stanley over here, he's over here watching live while driving, locked in a total of 1,345 for the day. Nice work, Stanley. Stanley's over there at work, still locked in profit, so that's solid. Maddie over here as well, locked in a total of 353 or 357 off this account. Locked in 660 off this account. And locked in a total of 660 off this account. Nice work, Maddie. So all the accounts right here did pretty solid. Other than that, let's see. Steven said. All right, other than that, I think that's it. Get back to your guys' questions later. But yeah, there was another V3 here that was, I guess, pending. I don't know if it fit the stop loss requirement. Probably not. No, it didn't. So this right here was another V3, but it didn't fit the last requirement. Minimum stop loss of 300 pips. So it kind of did exactly what we were anticipating, guys. So I mentioned, price might come up to news price here and then come down. However, there's no entry that was available. So either way, there wouldn't be something to take at that moment. Yeah, Maddie said bounced off his 5 minute supply. He was going to take it, but it was at news price. Which yeah, it's just too It's too risky. Duggan said markets are definitely chasing stop losses. Risky day. Had a few buys and sells in pre-market sitting on my hands since open. Yeah, smart move, Duggan. That's probably the best move to do right now because it's just you just don't really know where price can be bouncing from here and whatnot. So let's see if we get. I'm just gonna copy this over here real quick. Um, all right, I'll answer these questions later. Just got some questions here from someone that wants to join K2. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, 19. Same. Yeah, if that V3 was more solid, then yeah, I would have taken it, but it was right at news price, and then it just didn't fit the minimum stop loss requirement. There is a V3 here running on the 3-minute. Thanks, Kip, for calling that out. I didn't take it myself. I mean, it might be too late to enter at this point, but it is currently running. Matthew said 10-minute V3 pending. There's actually a V3 here also on the 5-minute that's pending as well. It's got about a minute left on it. It's a pretty big push though. And also a V3 that is pending over here on the 10-minute. So this might be the pushback down. I think one of the main issues with this here is the fact that it's right at the opening price again. I mean, it's below it, but oh, it already hit TP. So it hit TP pretty quick off the 3-minute right there. So the 1 minute over here is below it. This 5-minute still gonna be running, but it's gonna be a huge move. Like 97 pips. This is probably the drop that you guys that we've been waiting for. This here still has 5 minutes left on the candle, so it's got a while to go. This 5 minutes close. This is a V3 on the 5. It's kind of big, so if you guys are deciding to take this trade, I'd recommend probably taking partial profits as it moves down, because it's kind of a big move, unless you guys are like lowering your lot size. Let's see. So I'm not in any of these positions yet, guys. What I'm looking for here is I do see this 5-minute running. This candle here is too big, so it goes under the red flag here as well. Candle price too large, so I'd probably wait for it to pull back a little bit, and I'll probably enter later on the smaller time frame. Because what typically happens is price will like come up, it'll retrace to like the midway mark and then come down. So I'd be looking for maybe an entry here on the 1 minute for it to make its way back down. So everything still applies, guys. It doesn't matter if you're applying the strategy on the 5-minute, if you're applying it on the 10-minute, the 3-minute, or the 1 minute. You still have to pay attention to, the red flags here. This candle here is just way too big. If you measure it, this candle here is like almost 1,000 pips. It's way too big. So typically what happens when the candle is that big, it typically like retraces maybe halfway. So like maybe to there, and then it comes back down, or even higher to like the full candle, right? So that's why I don't these bigger moves right away. Typically wait for them to push up a little bit, and I catch them as they come back down. Yeah, Patricia said hopping off market stinks. Yeah, I agree. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I guess we'll just be sitting around waiting for any other entries, but it is getting close to 8. So if we don't have anything soon, then unfortunately, we're just have to wrap up the session with no trades on a Monday. But it's okay because you guys got to keep in mind that, it's all about taking quality trades. And if the market doesn't give you what you're looking for, uh, you shouldn't force anything. You just want to wait for something that's actually worth taking. So this here, not yet. Same with the 10-minute. This here, I wouldn't take it right away either. Still be waiting for this. So yeah, wait for the 10, wait for the 5. And you can see prices now coming back down. So other than that, let's see, 3-minute. So all these trades here that we identified, guys, are not going to count. So this 3-minute, obviously this happened way too late. It's not going to count. We didn't take any official trades today. So just keep that in mind, guys. I want to be 100% transparent with you guys so that you guys know, how the session here has been running. The only profit I made today was an accidental profit. Like I did make profit today, but it was an accidental, so it's not going to count either. Patrick over here locked in a total of 626,295. Nice work, Patrick. So great profit right there. Super solid. Other than that, I don't see anything else here. Not at the moment. So if you guys go back to the 5-minute over here, you can see that price is still retracing up, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. It might retrace up to here, or it might retrace up to the full candle before coming back down. So retracement, possible drop, retracement higher, and then possible drop. So just keep that in mind, guys. I'll keep this up and I'll show you guys, or we'll follow it. But typically this plays out the same way almost every time. Here's a 10-minute. Let's see where it closes. So there goes a 10-minute. Pen alert here so we can follow this. This one's actually not as bad. There it goes, price drops lower. It's below the opening price. So price did push up to the halfway mark right here. It might come down at this point, it might not. Same thing that I drew right here earlier. There's 2 different points where price might be coming down from. At this point, maybe I'll enter a late entry, but I'm still gonna wait for it. I'm not gonna enter right away. You can see price is still retracing right here. Yeah, not really anything worth taking at the moment. Yeah, Maddie said I'll take the 1-minute V3 sell while the 10-minute is running. Don't want to get caught in the retracement right at open price. Yeah, no, same here, Maddie. That's exactly what I'm looking for too. I typically don't take the full moves here on the on the higher time frames. I look for the moves on the shorter time frames because you guys got to keep in mind it's still at opening price. So that's why you guys want to be very careful about taking these entries. It looks like the 10 minutes gonna hit TP. It's almost there, 610 pips. Getting close to it. The price might retrace up again. So still a bit risky. Yeah, it would have been a high low there, Charles, if it closed below, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Just broke it, but it didn't end up closing. Yeah, right at the open price. Let's see, nothing here on the 5, nothing here on the 10. Still nothing here on the 1. But it's right at opening price, so just keep that in mind, guys. I should probably mark up opening price here too, so that you guys can see on the 10-minute, because it's still relevant. So I think I'm going to do that now. I know I haven't been marking up on the 10 or the other time frames, but it's still relevant across whatever time frame you guys are trading on. All right, so you guys see my markup right here. It pretty much did what we anticipated. Price pushed up to the halfway mark, and then it might make its way down now, right here. Yeah, Maddie said if opening price wasn't there, I would have taken it comfortably. Don't want to take anything I'm iffy about. Same here, Maddie. That's why I didn't take it yet, or why I'm not planning on taking it yet. It's right at opening price. It did retrace up to halfway right here. So it might be making its way back down, but it's still a risky move one way or the other. Back to the 1 minute. Price is pretty much just ranging around here. All right, so price is still retracing. It's doing the same thing here on the 5, but it is making its way back down. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. It's 7:45 right now, so it's 15 minutes till 8. If we don't get a good entry from now until next couple minutes or so, then I'm probably just going to sit out the rest of today. It's not worth the risk at the moment. There's just too many areas of rejection. So like 10-minute here got really close to TP. It bounced right off opening price right there, that blue line. Same with the 5. It dropped a bit, and then it just bounced right back up. So there goes. Price starts to drop lower. Going over here to the retail sentiment. We're still looking for short, so nothing here has really changed. Looking over here at the fundamentals, it's still 65 points in the red. So yeah, overall, we're still looking for a sell here. Price is dropping right here now. Looks like it might hit the TP for the 10-minute. But it basically did what we anticipated, right? I said that price typically pulls back halfway of the candle or full. And that's exactly what happened. This candle right here pushed up to the halfway mark. And now it's making its way back down into profit. Going over here on the 1 minute, I still don't have anything here, so nothing for me to take. But it looks like the 10-minute here is about to hit full TP, and it just did. So if you guys caught that, nice work. That was one of the trades that we actually anticipated, identified, and hit full TP. I didn't take the trade, but if you guys took it, great work. This is one of the trades that we did see and identified it as a more solid trade compared to the 5-minute and the 1 minute. But as you guys can see here, the analysis that I drew up for you guys played out perfectly. Price right here retraced up. It typically retraces halfway of the opening candle if it's too big. So that's why whenever you see something like this, And the candle is too big. You typically want it to retrace either halfway or to the full mark. You see it went to the full halfway right here, and then now it's dropping all the way deep into profit in the direction of our bias. Nice, nice. Yeah. Kevin said he took it, but he's going to hold it for a bigger move. Yeah, which is what I can expect too. I do think it's going to drop pretty heavy. So I think it'll be solid. Yeah, exactly. Kevin said because it's in the direction of the bias. This is pretty much what we were waiting for all morning, right? We were waiting for it to push up a little bit and then, make its way back down. Because you guys can see right here, price push down. Well, the whole analysis from this morning, if you guys remember, uh, I did mark up right here. I said price will probably come up. It'll probably hit news price, and then it'll make its way back down, right? So it is making its way back down. It's probably going to come down and hit the rest of liquidity below here. So it's a pretty big push. Looks like the 5 minutes can hit full TP as well. Right over here. Let's see. Have an alert set there just in case. Let's see. The 1 minute is still pushing around. So, all right. All right, guys. So it's 7:50 right now. It's 10 minutes till 8. If you guys have any questions, put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I think we'll probably be wrapping this up a little soon. I don't want people to be FOMOing into trades right now. I do see that price may come down right here. But the problem with this right here is that it's going to be overextended again, right? So same situation right here. You can see when price dropped, it's going to have to trace up at some point. I don't want people to think that it's going to automatically drop down, which it will drop down eventually, by the end of today, hopefully. But for right now, there just isn't there's no indication it's just going to dump, right? What might happen here is price might come down, hit the TP here for the 5, maybe retrace up a little bit, and then make its way back down. So just want to make sure that you guys aren't getting any FOMO here. If you guys are already in the position, great, because you probably got in at great entry, but I wouldn't recommend just entering down here because it's now in some open space and it might just pull back at some point. But the 5 minute here does look like it's going to hit TP. So analysis here played out pretty nice. I would have taken it if it wasn't so close to the opening price right here. So for example, if this blue line wasn't here, I would have taken it as price retraced up and dropped down further. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case here. I'm still avoiding it because of the red flags. All right, so let's see if you guys have any other more profits to send in as well, feel free to send them over. Looks like some of you guys here did send it to me. Scotty over here took the sell as well, locked in a total of 768. Nice work, Scotty. Knock one in and he's done. Lisa over here as well. She said, I'm calling it too hungover to stare at charts all night. So she locked in a total of 2,815 for the day. Nice work, Lisa. And the 5 minute just hit full TP. So 5 minute right here hit full TP and then it bounced right off it. So it did kind of what I just anticipated earlier, right? I mentioned price will probably come down to the TP and then bounce up. And that's exactly what happened. This is why you guys can't get greedy about these entries here, because typically price will go, it'll spike through TP, and then it'll just spike right back up. So full TP off this on the 5 minute for whoever caught it. Again, I didn't take any of these trades, guys. So like, unfortunately, I don't have any profits from this. I just have the one profit from earlier, but I didn't take the 5 minute. I didn't take the 10 minute because they just didn't fit my parameters, right? Candle entry is too big. I could have made a lead entry, but it was still at opening price as well. So 2 red flags is for sure going to give me a no-go. But as you guys can see here, they still hit if you, if you typically just wait for it to play out. So other than that, let's see, Stern over here sent in his profits, logged in a total of 707 euros. Nice work, Stern. Tiana over here as well. Tiana says she's done for the day, logged in a total of 2,343. Nice work, Tiana. Josh over here, he said patience and low lot size are key. See you tomorrow, Sean. Josh over here locked in a total of 823 for the day. All wins, no losses. So nice work, Joshua. Nice. So you guys did pretty solid today. I mean, it's a pretty risky day, pretty iffy day for the most part overall. But everyone here did pretty solid. So it's 7:53 right now, guys. Looks like we're going to wrap it up a little early today just to prevent you guys from fumbling into any moves here. If you guys just do decide to keep trading, just keep in mind that the bias is to sell. But what you want to also pay attention to is the fact that it's Monday and it's, the market's been kind of choppy today. So price is below here. I do think price is going to drop further by the end of today. I think price will make its way down here. However, you might get some retracement here. Price might retrace up, come back down, retrace up further, and then maybe come down further from here. So just keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to be taking anything that is too risky, because I do think the market's going to be a bit risky right now. See if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Nice. Jesus just sent in his profits. Dang, real nice right there. So yeah, Jesus has been doing a little spreadsheet over here. So he's been doing pretty good. His daily profit is like 920. His daily average profit is 651 a day. His win ratio is 88.33%. Weekly profit is 920. So pretty solid. Jesus, with your profits right here. It's a cool spreadsheet breakdown that you made right there to keep track. I think this is pretty solid. I mean, if you guys are good with spreadsheets, this will keep you on track with identifying, how well you're doing. But yeah, I mean, it's all a game of probability, guys. That's how trading is. It's really a game of probability and taking the high probability trades. As long as you can do that, keep your win rate pretty high. 88% is pretty solid. I mean, people can barely get above 50. So I think that's pretty good, Jesus. So keep it up, man. Other than that, Patrick he said, grabbed another piece of that V3 on the 10-minute, locked in a total of 1,877. Total profit 1,900, but obviously with the fees and whatnot, he locked in a total of 1,877. So nice work right there, Patrick. Other than that, I think that's it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Thanks, Maddie. I will be traveling back home from Las Vegas this morning, so I won't be able to answer any questions from now until later tonight. But if you guys do have questions or anything like that, feel free to send them over, and then I will catch up with you guys then. So until then, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the next live session. Just, another FYI, no mentoring session today. We're having it on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Or actually, we'll have it at 1 p.m. I'll give you guys an update. I didn't talk to Kurt when he can have it, but no mentoring session today. We'll have it on Wednesday. It's either going to be at 1 or 2 p.m. our usual time. But yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. If you guys have anything to ask, feel free to pop in the chat. I'm sure anyone else here can answer your question as well. But from now until then, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the next live session. So catch you guys then.